Hi everyone, welcome back to Glow.ram YouTube channel. So this is the channel that we are going to see what is the lap condition and rebar. I just wanted to remember you guys what is the previous video that we have deeply discussed into that. And before we are getting into these videos, kindly subscribe if other person come to know. So share if you like the video, just like and comment if there is any doubt in the rebar detailing, so that we will discuss in it in future and I may reply to that comment also. Let's get into this video. This is the rebar detailing, that wherever we go and there is a construction area that we will provide for the support and easy for us to combine with the concrete. That is the call we used to call rebar detailer. And okay, rebar detailing, that is the bar that we usually call rebar, and the person going to do the rebar that we call rebar detailer, and the job name is rebar detailing. So where it comes from, it's obviously comes under civil engineer services, and those who have mechanical CSE, that people also will come to know once they come to know the AutoCAD. And what the thing that we have discussed in the previous video, we need to refer structural and architectural drawing, and from the structural drawing we are going to discuss lot from the structural drawing. And before, what is the important point that we need to discuss, that mean concrete grade and steel grade, and then what is the lap and what is the lap condition will be there. And there is a two types of lap we have discussed. One is the point lap and another one is the staggered lap. And what is the cover that we need to maintain, because of we need to protect the rebar from the outer source like sun and air pollution, so that we will provide the cover from outer faces of the concrete, and we need to always we always place the rebar inside the concrete. And there is a lot of strength we need to provide for the structural also. In India, we usually go for the brick and concrete, because of we are going to do the small structure, and if it's the big structure we are going to do with the rebar obviously. In foreign countries, in other areas, that we will always go and do concrete and rebar for the higher rise building. Higher rise building, there is two types of level will be there. Now we are going to discuss about what is the lap condition. So this is the video that we are going to discuss what is the lap condition. So what is the lap that we have already discussed. There is a 12-meter rebar only they will provide in everywhere, like national and international, wherever we go and work, there is a 12-meter rebar they ask us to go and produce it. And we are going to connect the two 12-meter rebar, and how we are going to connect, by using this lap only. So what is the lap distance that we have already discussed, 50 into what is the dia that we are going to multiply. So both we need to multiply and get the answer for the lap length. We should not go for the smaller lap length. There is a design they already calculated, so that is the design only we need to go for, so that reason only the structure will stand properly. Before rebar detailing, there is always the design people will made all the design engineering things, like whether what are all the rebar size that we are going to provide for the construction, whether the building going to stand or no. So that is the reason they will first prepare what is the rebar size and what is the spacing of it, and rebar detailer going to place it in the drawing, and the site engineer they are going to take that drawing to implement into the site. So now we are going to discuss what is the lap condition. There is two types of lap condition will be there. When we go and discuss about the slab, we are going to lap all the top bars in the middle layer, and all the bottom bars we are going to lap at the support area. Wherever the column intersect with the slab, that the area that we are going to lap, and there is more shear action will be there. That is the reason we are going to lap the bottom bar in wherever the support will be there, and we are going to lap the top bar wherever the mid area. Mid area, when we discuss what is the mid area meaning, there is a two support. When we are going to see the slab, in between the two support that we need to lap. So in this, where we need to go and lap in the top layer, which is the place that we are going to lap in the bottom layers. Already we have discussed what is the top layer. There is two types of layer that we need to run for the slab. One is the T1 layer that we called first layer of the top layer, and T2 layer that is the second layer of the top layer, and there is T3, T4 will be there. It will, wherever the slab depth will go bigger, in that area only that we are going to discuss about the T3, T4 layers. And after that, if we are going to discuss about the bottom layer, B1 layer we consider as the bottom first layer, and B2 layer we need to consider as a bottom second layer. So what is the lap that we are going for the top layer? There is in between the two support that we are going to provide the lap for the top layer, and this is the above ground level that we are discuss about, and the two also we will discuss in this video. And what is the bottom layer that we are going to lap, and there is wherever the support exactly, there is option to go for the support we can lap, and near the support also we are going to lap in that near the support also. Then there is a 0.3 into L we need to follow. Why we have followed the 0.3 or 1/3 into length? We are going to take what is the distance between two support. Center of the support we can take, or else the face to face the length, that is also okay to have as a length, and we need to multiply with the 0.3. So what is the length that it will come? So we are going to provide that dimension both side of the support, and that is the space that we are going to cover the bottom lap into that smaller distance. So within that distance we are going to lap for the bottom layer, and we are going to lap for the top layer, that in between the support we need to go for. And this is the main thing, the lap condition that we need to go for the slab. And what is the beam? Same also, what are all the horizontal that we are discussing, that we will go and discuss the same as well. The slab what we have discussed, the same thing it will come for the beam also. Beam, there is a little difference will be there. We should not exactly lap at the column. Why? We have discussed a bottom in support area that we need to lap, and top layer, wherever the top layer will come, we are going to lap in between the support, and that is easy for us to go. We need to take the center of the both support area, in between the center of in between both support area, and we are going to provide the lap. For example, if 1600 or 800 will be coming, we need to offset the center line, like after 400 and here 400, the total 800 lap length that we have received. So it's easy for us to go top layer. We are going to locate the lap in the center of the in between both support. And what about the bottom layer? We have discussed in going to discuss about the lap of the bottom layer. So wherever the column will come, we can able to lap at exact location where the column will come. But when we are going to discuss about the beam, it's okay. It's okay for us to lap center of the beam also. And what we have discussed in there is some length they ask us to go for. For example, 0.3 into L we have discussed in the lap. The same length that we are going to do it in the beam also. So in between that length we need to lap for the top layers. And what about the bottom layer that we are going to discuss? Near to the support that we need to lap. Why we can't able to provide in between the support, meaning it's not in between support, exactly support we should not go for the beam areas, because there is already column rebar will continue, bunch of rebar, there will be option to continue in the column area. So if you are going to lap 2 rebar in the beam area, it's for us to provide easier, but when it comes to the side people, they will have some trouble to do it in the side area. So normally people ask us to go near support. It would be okay for them to go, and it's easy for us to provide also. There is the piece rebar that we are going to discuss about in the bottom layer. Wherever the column will come, we are providing the small piece bar. For example, the column width that we are going to take 500 mm, and both side that we are going to, one side we are going to lap in with another bar 800 mm, and another side we are going to lap with the 800 bar mm. So there is a piece bar in between, we need to connect with that. That is also some project they ask us to go with the piece bar, but this is the small structures opposite person ask us to follow. Inside area they have more piece bar, the inside area they have more piece bar, so only they ask us to go, and it's a fully client suggestion or customer suggestion, or it's a project suggestion that we need to go for. Otherwise we are going to provide same rebar, like 12 meter rebar in the whole area of the beam. Most of the beam, there is a beam that we are going to discuss in next video, and when we come to discuss the beam, there is a 12 meter bar that we are going to connect with another bar, and that lap should be near to the support. So this is the thing that we need to discuss in the lap condition. And bottom, when we compare to, there is, if you are going to consider the ground level, there is 2 types of building that we need to consider for, and one is the subconstruction, another one is the super construction. Subconstruction, below ground level, what are the construction that we are going to do? For example, car parking, and below construction there will be the B1 layer, sorry, B1 basement thing will be there, and basement 2 will be there. And even in India, that for example that we are going to discuss car parking and ground floor. So below the ground floor or below the 0 level, that we need to go for the substructure. And what is the superstructure that we are go and discuss about that, meaning above the ground level, first floor will be there, podium level, and second floor and third floor. So this is the above the ground level that we need to go for the superstructure. So there is a condition may differ. It is also fully from the client side or project side that they ask us to go only, we should go. When we compare to the superstructure, there is a lap condition will differ in the substructure. What is we have discussed, wherever the top layer that we need to go for the lap, we are going to mid of the between 2 support. And what is the bottom that we are going to discuss, near support. This is the reverse condition that we need to go for the substructure. What is the bottom that we need to go for the mid layer of the 2 support, and what is the top layer that we are going to discuss, we need to provide the near support. So this is the thing, the basic thing, this is we need to go for the lap condition. Wherever you go and attend the interview based on the rebar detailing, this is the main question they will ask. And there is a design people also will ask why we need to go for, and there is some design things also will be there, but this is the basic thing they will ask you, and more than that they will not ask you, because most of the building that they ask us to go for the drawing only. Design people they will make separately, and we will do based on that. So it's easy for us to understand also. So this is the thing. There is a two structure will be there in when we come to construction. One is above ground level, another one is a below ground level. Above ground level, top layer we need to lap at mid, and bottom layer we need to lap near support or at support. We are going to do when we are going to discuss about the substructure, we are going to provide lap at near support for the top layer, and bottom layer that we are going to obviously provide the lap at mid of the two support. So this is the basic things of the lap condition. And what about the column? There is another detail also will be there. Now we have discussed the lap condition for slab and beam alone. Next video that we are going to discuss about column and further wall. What is the lap condition that we need to follow? That is a different video that we are going to discuss. So until, thank you, bye. Thanks for your support also. Please subscribe and kindly share if it's usable for you, and like and comment. Thank you, bye.